Hey, it's me, Kati. Today I want to talk about how to hire and how to fire your real estate agent. And I'm going to give this to you from the perspective of a real estate agent because, all of us were new at one point. We all were real estate agents that were brand new and we didn't know what we were doing. And then we went out and we got our first listing. On the other side of that, when I was an agent and I did not know how to list a house, it was very stressful, but my sellers, of course, didn't know that. And when I was first working as a buyer's agent and my clients did not know that it was my first time doing that either, I had to fake it. So you have to fake it to make it. But I'm going to tell you exactly how to figure out if you have the right agent for you. So the first thing you really need to know is that experience does matter. I mean, like I said, all of us were new at some point and we all had to have our first and our fifth and our 10th real estate deal. But I am telling you, experience does matter because I've done hundreds and hundreds of transactions. I've worked with thousands of clients, and I have to tell you, I have learned something new on every single deal. There is not one deal that goes by that I did not learn something new on. And so that adds to my level of being able to consult my clients. Now, in the beginning, I didn't understand a lot of that, and so I couldn't figure out what the red flags were. If I was listing a house and a buyer's agent came to the house and the buyer was asking a lot of questions. That's a red flag for me that they're probably going to be difficult as you move down the path to getting a closing. So there are a lot of things that experienced agents can pinpoint for you in the future. In addition, they know how to negotiate. When I first started in real estate, I swear I hated negotiating. Absolutely hated it. I didn't feel good at it. I wasn't confident. I was worried. I was worried about how the other agents were going to see me, how my sellers saw me, how my buyers saw me. It was a very, very nerve-wracking experience as an agent. And so after all these hundreds of homes, thousands of clients, contracts that didn't go through, contracts that did go through, I'm a much better negotiator. I hate to say that experience does matter, but it really does. Local knowledge, that is a big one. Understanding the market that they're selling in. In the Chicagoland area, we focus a lot on the North Shore of Chicago. And a lot of times agents from the city would come out and try and sell a house in the suburbs. And I'm telling you, you could just see the level of service was just not the same for those buyers with those agents because those agents don't know the area. They don't know the agents who are working in those areas. They don't know the little nuances. They don't know how to compete for multiple offers because they're not immersed in the area all day long. So you really want to have an agent that understands the local flavor, the local flair. Can they get you resources? Can they help you find a vendor, find a handyman? Can they introduce you to other people who live in the area that you may not know? And so having that agent who is a local resource is going to be a big win for you. And the thing is when we were working in the suburbs and we had an agent who was coming from the city, many times agents will refer business to other agents. So let's pretend you feel obligated to work with your agent who sold you in one location and then you're going to another location. You really can have a very honest conversation with that agent about the fact that maybe they can refer you. Now, the other agent will get a referral fee, and that's great because then they'll be happy and then you will be serviced. So if you're feeling like you need an agent who's specifically in that area, just go ahead and mention it to your agent. Talk to your agent about that, and I'm sure that they will be able to have a great conversation with you about that. Are they tech savvy? Do they know the technology? Do they have a great website? Are they posting on social media? Are they in this new era of communication? It's really not about the print publications anymore. I get a lot of sellers who still ask me, are you doing any print publication? And the answer is no. Print is dead for real estate agents. It is literally dead. The only reason that agents like to actually advertise in a print publication is so that they can do brand advertising for themselves. Print is dead. So they need to understand, do they have a website that sends leads to people when they automatically register? Are they capturing leads when people come to their website? Are they doing social media posts? Are they active? Are they in the community? Are they engaging in a technology realm? These are really important things that your agents need to have. And some of the old-time agents haven't really kept up on it. They don't think it's important. But these buyers are all tech savvy. They are all tech savvy. They're all going online for their very first showing. And so you need to have an agent that's super tech savvy. Check references. I'm telling you, references are key. Most agents will have a full testimonial set online, on Google, on Zillow, somewhere. But these testimonials are really important for you to understand and to read. And it's not just, hey, Kati did a great job. It's Kati was such a team player. She helped make us more money than we would have done on our own. It was seamless. It was easy. It was frustration free. Those are the things you need to be looking at. Don't just look at the testimonials. Yeah, thumbs up. They could have gotten friends or neighbors to just say, hey, give me a 5-star review. Really Really look at those reviews, really look at those testimonials. And you know what? If you have a good agent, that agent will also allow you to talk to past clients. And that is truly key. So the first thing you're going to want to do is meet with your client, whether it's in person or by video. And video can work, especially if you're in the early stages. We do a lot of video interviews early on, just because it gives them an idea of who we are. I don't like to make sellers or buyers feel overwhelmed by, I'm pouncing on them, I'm meeting with them, I'm trying to hook them into using us. I want them to feel comfortable with me. And typically an individual video meeting really does the trick right out of the gate. However, they are going to need to come through, if you're a seller, to walk through the house, see the house, give you a perspective on the price point of the house. Typically, I'll recommend meeting with 3 agents. You want to meet with 3 agents because you can see where their pricing is. Real estate agents are not mind readers. We don't know for sure where the market is going to go. We can just give you our best estimate. We are consultants for you. We are people who can give you the idea of where the house is going to sell. But I do like the idea of having a couple different agents. And if I get a wrong price, meaning my sellers are not happy with the price that I give them, and they'll say, I got another price from another agent, I'll actually ask who it was, because a lot of times very experienced agents can provide a wealth of information, especially in that pricing meeting. I had a meeting earlier this year. My price was actually $150,000 more than the other agent who came in with a price. When the seller told me that, of course I thought, oh my gosh, my price is wrong. How could it be wrong? And then I asked who the agent was, and it was a very experienced agent. However, that agent did not know the area the way that I knew it. I knew the buyers in that area. I had the local knowledge of how many buyers were coming in, how many sellers were selling. She was a very experienced agent, but she did not understand that area to the nth degree, and I did. So I said, you know what? I'm standing firm on my price. I still believe we're 150 higher than she said. And you know what? We sold for 150 higher than she said. And so that's the key. That's why you want an agent with an experience. That's why you want an agent who understands the market. And that's why you want to feel super comfortable that your agent is being very comfortable and confident and is communicating with you in a way that works for you. You always want to clarify your expectations with agents right out of the gate. What are you looking for? What is your goal? Do you want to sell for more money? Do you want to sell in less time? What is your ultimate goal? Is it frustration free? Make sure you lay that out clearly for your agent, and your agent needs to be asking that as well. Now, typically you're going to get the contract and you're going to look at it and you're going to say, can changes be made? It depends on the agent that you're working with, and it depends on their brokerage. My brokerage allows a lot of changes. Basically, I'm in charge. I'm the one that can actually put together the contract and say, these are my terms. And then the buyers or sellers can come back and they can say, we don't like this. Can we change this? Can we change this? Now, I can do that. A lot of brokerages will not let you do that. In addition, in my contracts, we offer an easy out clause. That means cancellation at any time with no fees. That is how we play. That's how we do it. That's our thing. That's not everybody's, but you know what? You should be able to ask an agent if you can do a cancel at any time clause in that contract, no fees. And the reason why is because if they believe in themselves, if they believe that price, then they should be able to stand behind it. Some brokerages won't allow that in the contract. You might want to find a brokerage that does allow a cancel at any time. What I find for me is that when I do a cancel at any time, it allows my sellers to feel very comfortable coming to talk to me if there is an issue. I stand behind my work. I am always right there, willing to be able to talk to them, and we are a team. If you sign a contract with an agent and they know they have a 6-month or a year listing agreement, they might say, oh my gosh, it's not going well. I'm afraid to talk to them, but you know what? I'll just wait them out and I'll get the price down in a little bit. That's not how it works with me. I address it, I go out, and I talk with them about it right then and there. On the other hand, I can also fire my clients too, but it doesn't usually happen like that. What usually happens is we're working together, we have conversations together, and we are a team. And so when you have one person who's saying you can't get out of the contract and the other person who wants to get out, that's bad for business. That's bad for the agent's reputation. So ask them if you can do a cancel at any time with no fees. The other thing, when you're talking to agents, you want to ask about commissions. You want to ask, how are they paying out buyer's agents? Are you paying out buyer's agents as a seller, and what are you paying out? And what if that buyer comes directly to the seller's agent? What are the sellers paying out? How much are they paying out? If you're working with a buyer's agent, how much do you owe if you find a house on your own and you don't use them? These are all questions you need to have conversations about these commissions right up front. Be open, be transparent. It's going to make the process a whole lot smoother. If you are not happy with your agent, it does happen. Yes, it does happen. It's happened with me. Maybe we didn't get along. Maybe they didn't like my advice. Maybe the market just completely tanked or went up while they were looking. Maybe something changed. That is when you need to have an honest conversation with your agent. Most agents, if you have a conversation with them about you're unhappy unhappy or your situation has changed, they're going to work with you. Most of the time they will, because they don't want a bad reputation. So if you are feeling like you want to get out of your contract with your agent, the first step to start is a conversation with them, an open, honest conversation. Now, the second thing is, if you are in a contract and they say you can't get out of it, say, how much will it cost me to get out of it? Because let's pretend that you are just done with this agent. Or maybe you hired them, now you've changed your mind and you're not selling. Do you have to reimburse them for pictures? You really want to look at what is fair. If you hired an agent to sell your house and then you decided not to move and you want to cancel the listing, don't you think you should pay them back for the photos or for the out-of-pocket expenses? Maybe you should. Maybe you don't feel like you should. But it's a conversation that you need to have with your agent. Again, this all goes back to the beginning of the contract that you signed to see what is your cancellation agreement. What does it look like if you want to get out? So remember that when you are hiring your agent, this is like a dance. You want to make sure that you are in harmony, you are connected, you are working together, you are a team. And as a real estate agent, it is very hard sometimes to act as a team member when we're actually salespeople. And that's why you want to have very honest, very open conversations with the agent ahead of time. If you don't know something, ask your agent. If you have a question about something, ask your agent. Your agent is there to help you and to be a team member, to make sure that you get to your desired goals of selling or buying a house. So I hope you found this informative. I always help people from all over the country, whether you're in my area or not. I am more than happy to set up a free, no obligation, 20-minute video call with you where we can just chat and talk about what you're buying or what your selling future looks like. I can give you advice anywhere in the whole country. All you have to do is click below. I've got a link there to schedule a call. Or if you're in the market for a home, go ahead, click below. We've got a search for our website. You can search anywhere in the whole country. In addition, I can help you find an agent. Let me help you vet your agent. If that's what you're looking for, I can find you an agent anywhere in the country, listing or buying. I promise I will make sure that they are exactly the type of agent that you are looking for after our conversation. So go ahead, all the information's below. Shoot me a text, schedule an appointment, go to our website and search. And one last thing, I want to make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel. I do have a lot of great information coming out. I don't want you to miss it. And I want to make sure that I am there for you, whether you are a buyer, a seller, or even an agent. I want to help you find your way home. Thanks for watching. If you know, you know.